In this video, you'll learn how to call a JavaScript function in a web page for the Monroe Public Library website. The staff directory on the Monroe Public Library website uses JavaScript variables and commands to display an email address as a hyperlink users can click to contact the staff members. To display the email addresses as links for the other 5 staff members, you could duplicate the code used for Catherine Adler's entry and change the username variable for each person. However, JavaScript provides a simpler way of repeating multiple instances of code that share a common pattern and structure. When you want to reuse the same JavaScript commands throughout your web page, you store the commands in a function, a collection of commands that performs an action or returns a value. For example, instead of using the JavaScript document.write command to display email addresses, the mpl.htm document contains a JavaScript function named showEm, which is used for showing email addresses as hypertext links. The showEm function uses 2 parameters, username and EM server. The next line in the function defines the variable EM link as a combination of the username string, the @ symbol, and the EM server string. The next 3 lines display the email address as a hypertext link, and the closing brace ends the function. However, when you save the page and display it in a browser, no email addresses appear on the page. When a browser encounters a function, it bypasses the function without executing any of its code, though it does check the code for syntax errors. The code is executed only when it is called by another JavaScript command. The expression to call a function and run the commands it contains has the form shown here. Function name is the name of the function, such as showEm. Parameter values is a comma-separated list of values that match the parameters of the function. For example, the parameters of the showEm function are the variables username and EM server. To call the showEm function to display the hypertext link for Catherine Adler's email address, you use the statement shown here. When the browser encounters the function call, it executes the function code, displaying cadler as the username parameter and mpl.gov as the EM server parameter. To simplify the code in the mpl.htm document, you can use a function call to the showEm function to display each email address. The web page displays Catherine Adler's email address as a hypertext link, which is the same result as with the original code. The great advantage of this approach is that you can reuse the showEm function for the other email addresses in the staff directory. Insert 5 other function calls in the mpl.htm document and change the parameter values for each user: Mike Lee, Kate Howard, Robert Hope, Wayne Lewis, and Bill Forth. Using the simplified function calls, the staff directory page now displays email addresses for all the staff members. You can verify each email address is a hypertext link by pointing to the address text and looking at the browser's status bar, which displays the destination of the link. A JavaScript programmer can also modify the showEm function to scramble the email address links and hide them from an email harvester. Because this code calls a function by name, you must enter the command to match the function name exactly, including case. If you mistype the function name or change the case of any characters, the browser will not recognize the function name. For example, the name in this function call is in all lowercase letters, though the correct name includes EM as uppercase text. When this page is displayed in a browser, The email address for Catherine Adler does not appear because the browser cannot find and run a function named showEM in all lowercase letters. Change the function name in the function call so it uses the correct case to display the email address on the web page. Now you know how to simplify JavaScript code in an HTML document by calling a function that performs an action on a web page.